Dang. Okay, I had my audio off, so that worked. My dachshund is still chasing the birds. It doesn't exist. So life is good. Stop where there's going to be a joint. Let's see if we can make it all the way down there. So the same thing I'm going to do when I solder. Try to run from one to the next. This middle part's going to be fun. I got a feeling this is going to be my piece that I have the biggest challenges with. It's always one. It lets you have respect for the pieces that are less difficult. Trying to take this opportunity to go through and smooth out some things on my original sketch, but to keep it as close as I can. Alright, the dachshund has been requested to go inside and lounge. Dachshunds have no chill. This is kind of hard for me to see through, so I'm going to put dots where the ends are, because I have a problem with over marking. I get on a line and I just keep going. I get wood when I draw, but I'm not drawing. I'm stenciling, or rather sharpieing, I guess. So that should help me. The size of this was perfect. Alright, got one. Let's do this side. Let's do these ones and rotate those over one at a time to keep them lined up. I've questioned a few times if I should do these outside things. It would frame everything, but it may also make it look more like a checkerboard instead of a cross. The one thing that's going to make a difference is that right there, where it doesn't actually connect through. Whether or not that's too subtle, we'll find out. I'll cut the pieces, and then when we have it together, I'll look at it and see what I think. Of course I went past it. Every time. Always have something on these outlines that I overshoot the line. Which is fine. But I want that to be one solid piece. Okay, let's go this way actually. Do the same thing, put a little dot where my ends are. Make it easier for me to line them up. Typically I do this twice. Once for the solid outline to look back on, and then once for the pieces I'm going to cut up. This will be nice because that means I can fix that. Alright. Numbers written on here. Gotta go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13. With the black patina, it's gonna thicken up that line, which would be nice, instead of it being covered in chrome or whatever, copper, silver. So let's trace this one more time for cutouts, and then we'll switch this over because we won't need this anymore. What I'm doing is kind of ridiculous, but I prefer to have an extra copy than not enough. I'm sure I could just take a picture and wonder if I can do both on this side. Take a picture and just print it, but I'm trying to remember the old school stuff before I start getting too high tech on all this. Alright, round 2. And then we'll switch over to our other mat so that we can X-Acto this. That might not have been exactly what I wanted, but work with it. Run it to the joint, stop, try to get an angle where I can go this whole way. Nope, not quite. Fortunately, the person I'm drawing this for is me, so I know that I don't mean to have little bumps in there. And I can make them straighter as I'm cutting the glass. Yeah, I'm excited to get to use this black patina. I've never actually gotten to patina something, so will be my first time using it. A bit more that way. Man, I did not do great on that. Okay, let's do the dots. Dot, 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 dot. I wanted to get into some pieces that mean a little bit more to me. And this is way up there. Go all the way up on that. I keep hitting it by accident. Okay, now I'm gonna stop right there. I forget, it's not a big deal, but I don't want to forget, so I'm gonna start there and run up. And start there and run down. Cut. I think I'm also going to do a, I forget what they call these things, but the metal bounds, yeah, but I think it would look nice and give it a good edge. These little rails. So we'll remember to stop a little bit short with our solder, bend these around it, and then solder them on the joints. All right, so that's done. Let's get this over here. This out of my way. Power off. Power 5. Down 1, 2. So we're done with those. Get our mat out here. Tend to clean up as I go. There's always cleanup to be done afterwards, but I try to do that when the little ones are around because can't do a lot of other things. I don't want to expose her to the solder. I don't like breaking glass when she's around. So this is what I usually do when she is around, because she loves drawing. And I love having her around and being involved in all this. Of course I did. I'm just gonna write 2 in here. Write 2 in here also. 11, 12, and 13. Okay, so we'll go red, clear, red, red, clear, clear, black, be okay, white, and white. I'd really determined on whether I wanted to do a piece that was slightly darker white than the rest, but we'll see. I don't think I will. All of them are labeled. Let's go arrows, just in case. The red might have a cool swirl to it, and I want to make sure it's all swirling in the same direction. The white shouldn't, but just in case. In this case, because I'm going left to right, I really don't need to mark it so much, but why not? Black is just black as can be. We just used it. Okay, so we've got our sketch, we've got our outline. Now we get to start cutting these out. Just do the border first to get everything cut out. Easier to use as these get smaller. Now the cardstock is so good for this stuff because it holds its shape really well. Did not press hard enough though. So there we go. Cut this side off next. Try to do it in one cut this time. Much better. Always like pulling towards me. A lot of people like cutting away from themselves. But to each their own. Whatever works best. I'm still not sure about those clear pieces, but we'll see. If I do the clear pieces, then I can throw it in the frame. If not, I'm gonna have to bead the edges, which is probably one of the harder things to do. I can see why people use those wraps. I hope I don't cut that out wrong. I think I'm going to focus on piece 2 because it's the one that I continuously seem to mess up. So cut this down to here. Like I said, I would work my way outside in, but I keep forgetting that this is not a solid all the way through. It needs to be cut at these angles. So I would rather get them now while I'm thinking about it than mess up on it again. So 3 is going to be my first pull out, and then we will get this part of 2, which I think is going to really add something to it. Some people go for the inside or the outside of the black line. I just try to use a ultra fine tip and for the middle. Let's see how we did. Yeah. There's 2. That'll do. It's easy to look at our grandparents or our parents or our children and just see what we expect them in a social role. But I really enjoy getting to know and understand people. I feel like so much to learn from each other, and we stick ourselves in these roles as I said, parent-child, that we overlook the other dimensions of them as people. And Betty Granny is one of the people that I've always adored for who she is and what she's done and her humble nature. It's great to meet people like that. It was very humbling for me to remember and honor people for all the facets of their life and all the things that have led them up to them today. Try to do the same thing with my older daughter. She's a young lady. I have to see her for who she is instead of the child that I raised. It's kind of hard. She gets to make her own decisions and do her own things. I try to be there for her. And unfortunately, she appreciates my guidance when she asks for it. And I like giving it when it's wanted. I don't try to force myself onto it. But I love her dearly. I'm excited to see the woman she's becoming. There's no reason to line these up like I'm doing other than being OCD. It makes me feel good seeing it come together in its own separate pieces. Okay, we'll work our way in. Start with this outside black ribbon. Had I not had this as a guide, I would have totally done this red because red's the color I associate with nurses. So it was nice to have something that was authentic to work against my image and to capture the actual time period. Black. Nobody wants to catch one of those in the beginning. Alright, we got these cut out. Maybe we start with the red pieces first for breakouts. For the sake of my sanity, I think I'm going to get this where I want it, go offline, and then come back online so I can capture the videos and the different pieces. It's easier for me than trying to remember which part of which. Oh, come on now. Yeah, I think that number 12 is going to be a pain. So I'm going to grab some glass, try to figure out what I'm thinking, and then jump back on here. So Nurse Hat project continues. Thanks, y'all.